gifts, clothing, by the Labour donor Lord Ali. After all the promises to clean up politics, not much of a good look, is it?
Oh, look, I think that a declaration was made to the Parliamentary Commissioner because
the British media has just exposed the most shameful secret of Keir Starmer's career live on television. Faced with the biggest scandal of his life, Starmer has nowhere left to hide. And this event is being described as the final nail in the coffin of his political career. A dark chapter in British political history is about to be written. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any updates.
Actual politics and Ukraine. Are you disappointed that Joe Biden knocked you back on your desire to give Ukraine permission to fire British missiles into Russia?
The United Kingdom has recently witnessed a significant surge in population, the largest in half a century, primarily driven by a wave of immigration. While this growth may be praised for bringing cultural diversity and expanding the workforce, it comes at a time when the country is grappling with severe economic crises. The cost of living continues to rise day by day, while public services are increasingly stretched thin, leaving many citizens to wonder whether this population increase is truly beneficial, or if it is merely deepening the current instability, especially when wages are still struggling to keep up with the inflation storm. In a society already under pressure and struggling to maintain stability, the influx of immigrants and rapid population growth is like adding fuel to the fire, further straining an already fragile economy. The people directly affected are losing faith in leaders like Keir Starmer, who is expected to offer concrete solutions, but instead responds with ambiguity and indecisiveness. What this country needs is more than empty words. It requires transparency, true accountability, and a vision large enough to rescue the collapsing public financial system.
Has been in the Lords for certainly over 2 decades. He is a self-made millionaire that has been a supporter and a donor to the Labour Party over successive leaders and prime ministers. So that really isn't anything new.
The Labour Party, long seen as the symbol of the working class, now faces growing pressure to maintain its credibility, especially as the country grapples with severe economic difficulties. However, amid the backdrop of an economy buckling under the strain of population growth, recent revelations about Keir Starmer have sparked outrage and doubt about the core values the party claims to represent. As the face of the Labour Party, Starmer is facing fierce criticism for his lavish lifestyle, funded by generous gifts from millionaire donor Lord Ali. This situation becomes even more galling given that he is entrusted with the task of protecting the interests of the working class. It is deeply ironic to imagine working families struggling every day with rising living costs, while the very person who is supposed to represent them is living in luxury apartments worth millions of pounds and enjoying extravagant gifts. The scandal not only exposes the leadership's detachment from reality, but also delivers a severe blow to the trust that the working class once placed in the party. This is not just a disappointment, but a blatant betrayal of the ideals the Labour Party once claimed to stand for.
Own home for these broadcasts. Perhaps like Ed Miliband, he has 2 kitchens or some other embarrassing luxury. And now it emerges, Lord Ali, owner of the apartment that was once allegedly used just once, was also lent to Wes Streeting for another Labour Party happening.
Recent revelations about Keir Starmer's extravagant lifestyle have sparked a media frenzy, particularly surrounding his use of expensive properties and acceptance of high-value gifts from Lord Ali. This isn't a story about a few small privileges. It's a string of lavish benefits far beyond what anyone could have imagined. One of the most controversial issues is the claim that Starmer has used multiple high-value properties in some of London's most exclusive areas. A prime example is his townhouse in Soho, valued at £4 million. This isn't just a regular residence, it's a meticulously designed space, reflecting exclusivity in every detail. The property serves not only as a personal retreat, but also as a venue for strategic meetings with top associates, painting a troubling picture of privilege and a lack of transparency in his conduct. With rent at a considerable amount, questions are naturally being raised about the financial backing behind these properties and the real purpose behind their use. It doesn't stop there. An £18 million penthouse in Covent Garden has also come under scrutiny. The Starmer family is said to have stayed there for 6 weeks during the election campaign, yet the reported value of their use was just £2,000. This seems hard to believe given that the average rent in the area can reach up to £1,800 per night. Furthermore, the use of this property wasn't purely for personal reasons. It also hosted meetings with allies and strategists, increasing suspicion about the lack of transparency in Starmer's activities, something that stands in stark contrast to what the Labour Party has promised. The controversy extends beyond the UK. News of a £2 million apartment in Manhattan, New York has also sparked debate. It is said that Angela Rayner, Starmer's deputy, stayed there for several days. Given Manhattan's notoriously high property prices, the reported value of this apartment clearly doesn't match reality, deepening public skepticism about the origin and purpose of such spending. But it's not just the properties. Luxury fashion items worth thousands of pounds, gifted by Lord Ali, further highlight the incredible privileges Starmer has received. These lavish gifts have not only sparked frustration, but have also led many to wonder how many other privileges remain undisclosed. The information revealed paints a clear picture of Starmer's detachment from reality and raises serious questions about the ethical standards within the Labour leadership. It's like throwing more fuel onto the public's growing anger, which has already been losing faith in the values the party once claimed to stand for.
£1.2 million to buy a house for her terminally ill sister. So the real question is, what does Lord Ali want for all of this? The nature of these donations interesting and distinctly personal.
Keir Starmer, a prominent figure in British politics, was once expected to bring transparency and accountability to the Labour Party. However, recent revelations about how he has handled luxury gifts and privileges have caused a severe crisis of trust, not just for him, but for his entire administration. By law, MPs are required to declare any gifts or benefits that could influence their decisions. Yet, Starmer's downplaying of the value of a holiday at a Covent Garden penthouse, funded by Lord Ali, raises serious questions. He declared the holiday as being worth £2,000, while the true value was much higher. This action is not just a minor oversight, it reflects a significant gap in his commitment to transparency. What's even more striking is that the information about Starmer's lavish lifestyle and undeclared gifts doesn't seem to have been leaked by chance. Instead, it has been carefully released in small, deliberate pieces, like a targeted campaign to undermine Starmer's credibility. This has led to suspicions that someone within his close circle may be behind the leaks, signalling division and dissatisfaction within his team. The internal leaks highlight deeper issues with cohesion and loyalty within Starmer's leadership team. These internal rifts further weaken his ability to maintain a united front, particularly in today's tense political climate. The involvement of Sue Gray, Starmer's chief of staff, has only escalated the scandal. A respected figure in British politics, she has been found to have attended meetings at Starmer's lavish Soho property. This not only damages her reputation, but also raises questions about the ethical standards of Starmer's administration. Not only did Gray attend the meetings, but she also received a significant pay increase, leading the public to feel betrayed. Her role in the scandal cast doubt on whether she is truly committed to the transparency that the Labour Party once promised. In the midst of an economic crisis, with ordinary people struggling to make ends meet, the allegations that Starmer is living in luxury properties have sparked widespread discontent. This contradicts the image of the Labour Party as the party of the people. What do people think about the issues we have discussed in today's video? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on the latest political developments in the UK. Thank you all and see you in the next videos.